weeks leading up to this.
Yeah.
What makes him so special?
Oh, man. I mean, there's almost too much to talk about. So, like, on the field, he's obviously incredibly balanced. He's got great vision. He's got great speed. And there's this idea, at least for me, that he didn't catch the ball a lot last year, but I think that they were trying to lean more into rushing yards, and rightly so, but he can catch it. And then he's a great guy, great locker room guy. He's a team leader, all of those things. He's easily the total package, and that's why I had him mocked in the top 5 in my last mock draft, and I think that he's going to go somewhere around there.
This combination of the speed, but also the physicality and the tackle breaking. I mean, just what in terms of prospects coming out, what can you say just about, you mentioned being the total package? I mean, he looks like he truly is.
He really is. He's a bit of a combination of a lot of the great running backs that have come out in the last 5 or 6 years. He's got some of that electricity and power of Saquon. In the open field, he reminds me a little bit of Christian, so like he does a great job. There's not many backs that I've had in the last few years that have been as good as Ashton, so he's right up there with Christian and Saquon as the guys that I think have been the best backs.
I know sometimes it's hard to translate or hard to figure out how a skill set can translate to the NFL, but I mean, it seems like he's ready to come in day one and just be an impact starter.
There's no doubt. He can run any type of scheme, and because he's got the vision, he's got the patience, all of those different things. So my issue with Ashton is just, is he going to a team that understands how to use him, how to run the football? And I think the example of that is Saquon wasn't Saquon until he got with Philadelphia, and so fit is always a big deal in these draft situations, and we'll see where he goes.
Do you think there is a one or two teams that if he went to would just be great fits, and one that they're talking about that you wouldn't love to see him go to? Or
not off the top of my head. I think that Jacksonville is hot on him, so I could see him going to the Jaguars.
In terms of what he did at Boise State, coming in there, finishing second in the Heisman, just for folks back in Boise watching this, just what can you say about the college season he had, 2,601 yards?
As good of a college football season from a running back as we've seen in a long time. There's only two that are even able to be mentioned in the same breath. Obviously Barry's year, and that one got a lot of run. Melvin Gordon's year at Wisconsin. It was fun to watch. It was very fun to watch, and in particular, doing it for Boise State and just expanding what I feel like is the scope of interest in college football outside of just the main blue bloods in the bigger conferences. I think that was really special.
We'll ask you just one question, if you don't mind, about Boise State and Spencer Danielson and the program there. You've obviously been following that through Jeanty and just as a college football analyst, commentator. What do you make of Spencer and Boise State getting to the playoff last year and just the direction their program's headed?
I love it. I think that the expansion of the playoff was much needed in order to expand the meaning of success and definition of success in our sport. So to not only see Boise do what they were able to do, but also see, Indiana, Arizona State, these other teams that, again, give more fan bases hope across the entire landscape. That's something that we desperately needed in college football. We had defined success in such a narrow scope in 5 or 6 programs across the country, and to expand that out and what Spencer and Boise has done, Indiana, Arizona State, like all of those teams, I think it's incredibly important for college football writ large.
Appreciate your time.
You bet.
Thanks
a lot.